Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be talking about Godfall in the weirdest, most bizarre article that I've read in a little while. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. And I think this is just some weird way of trying to encourage purchases for the game, which isn't going to work. So this is all about Godfall, a game that's available on PlayStation and PC. And reading through this article, PS Plus's version of Godfall isn't the full game. But here's what's coming to PS5 and PC. So one of December's free PlayStation Plus games is a new version of the PS5 launch title Godfall, and this is called the Challenger Edition. But what exactly is this version of the game? And this is where it gets really weird. So in a blog post, the game director Daniel confirmed that the Challenger Edition includes Godfall's 3 endgame modes, but none of the preceding story content from the base game or the Fire and Darkness expansions. The Challenger Edition will launch on December 7th, the day it goes free on PS Plus, and it will remain free until January 3rd. After that, people will be able to buy it for $15, so it'll be about £12. The Challenger Edition is also coming to the Epic Games Store on PC, and it will be free from December 9th to the 16th. Players who want to play the full campaign and the expansions are advised to pick up the Deluxe Edition, which normally sells for $60, but is currently on sale for $30 until December 23rd. And then this is the bit that's got me baffled and pissed me off. Picking up the Challenger Edition immediately boosts your character to max level, which is 50, and this gives you a plethora of skill points to assign and high-level weapons to use. The 3 endgame modes that are playable in the Challenger Edition include the following: Lightbringer, Dreamstones, and Ascended Tower of Trials. New cosmetics are included in the Challenger Edition, and everyone who already bought Godfall get these for free. So I don't know if they're charging for these in the Challenger Edition, because it just says that new cosmetics are included, but everyone who's already bought the game get these for free. The ability to replay story missions is also included, but I don't get it, because if we read that again, new cosmetics are included in the Challenger Edition, and everyone who already bought Godfall get these for free. The ability to replay story missions is also included, but you go back to the top, none of the preceding story content from the base game or the expansions is included in the Challenger Edition. So how can you replay story missions if none of the story content is there? The Challenger Edition also comes with new quests, and completing them gets you more loot. What's more, the Challenger Edition supports crossplay across the Standard Edition and Challenger Edition, as well as between PS4 and PS5. So you can crossplay without any fucking story content to play. And you would need to buy the expansion separately, so you're cross-playing the endgame. That is it. Godfall Challenger Edition's matchmaking and endgame co-op is compatible with all editions of the game and supports cross-gen play on PS4 and PS5. And then a spokesperson for the developer told Eurogamer that the Challenger Edition is not a trial. Well, what is it? Explain what it is, because I get it, they've explained you get 3 endgame modes, but I mean, if it's not a trial, what exactly is it? They're giving endgame content, but nothing else. 3 endgame modes, and that's all you get. You get no story content, no expansions. All they needed to do was just give you the story content, give you the base game, because that would come with the endgame, and then if you're interested, you buy the expansions. Doing it this way doesn't make sense. Godfall, which is published by Gearbox, was a launch title for the PS5 in 2020, and GameSpot, the site I'm reading the article from, gave it a 5 out of 10. That's how you know they wasn't giving it for free, because they've given it a low rating. And to give it a 5 out of 10 means it's mediocre. And Richard, I'm guessing the person that reviewed it, says this is a shallow game bolstered by decent combat that struggles to bear the weight of an entire game. But not only that, when this game was revealed and they were showing off different parts, like they basically gave you an overview of different portions of the game, it looked really dead. The enemies weren't moving. I played a little bit when this game first launched. I bought it on the Epic Games Store, and as I was trying to play through the game, I kept having this pop-up saying, connection lost, connection lost, connection lost. The servers were shit. So I ended up, luckily, refunding it. I think it cost me like 50 quid. It's an expensive game. And the servers were dreadful at launch, but obviously it's been like a year since it come out, so I don't know if they've done any fixes and stuff to it. But the fact that they're giving you the end game rather than the base game doesn't make any sense. And it's actually annoyed me because what other reason do they have for giving the end game away other than trying to encourage people to enjoy the game with the best stuff you can get in the game to go back and buy the story? So what I've done after the article is I've written some notes. This game is free for PS Plus users for the whole of December starting on the 7th, and it will remain free until January 3rd. It's also going to be free on the Epic Games Store from the 9th to the 16th. And I would like to say personally, you're going to have to let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with this, but people are not too bothered about stories all the time. But I can't imagine people wanting to start at the end game. If you download this Challenger Edition for free, you're level 50 with a plethora of skill points. What's the point of you going through the story? It would be like a Division 2 Legendary Edition, and the devs just chuck you into Legendary difficulty, cutting everything out because you haven't paid for it. It doesn't make sense. You're going to be left with this stock gear that they've just chucked out to you, and you're not going to be able to do anything. Or say it's Outriders. It would be like an Outriders Max Tier Edition that forces you into Eye of the Storm with some standard gear. They could literally say, you get to play Eye of the Storm, and you have to pay us extra money if you want the other 14 tiers or the story. That's how stupid this is. And not just that, if you don't have an optimized build, you're probably not clearing Eye of the Storm. If you don't have an optimized build, you are definitely not clearing Legendary difficulty on the Division 2. Or it could even be like a Destiny 2 Trials of Osiris, or even Raid Edition. And it does surprise me that Bungie haven't tried charging for something like that. In order to make any progress in a game like this, perfecting your build and running an endgame, you're gonna need some experience with the game. Chucking you in at the endgame also ruins the entire thing. If you buy it without realising, or if you download it for free without realising exactly what it is, you're probably not going to want the story for extra money. And if you think about everything I've mentioned, it's the weirdest, most dodgy sounding business plan. It would be something like an author selling the final chapter of their book on its own and skipping everything else because the final chapter is cheaper. Or it'd be like going to the final year of school but missing all previous years. It's fucking weird. There's absolutely no wonder I don't see many people talking about this game at all. The companies behind it, I don't think they know their arse from their elbow. And the worst thing is, this Challenger Edition, if you don't download it for free in the little time frame you have, it's going to cost you $15 if you download it and if you buy it outside the promotional giveaway. And also, up until December 23rd, you can get the Deluxe Edition, which contains a fucking story, for $30 instead of $60. So instead of you paying £50 for the story, we're going to give it to you for $25. We are also going to give you the end game completely free, but then if you want the story, fuck you, give me money. That's exactly what they're doing. Why have they not given away the base game? Even if they're not giving it away, just make the base game cheaper. Put like a 75% sale on it, so people are still giving you money, but you're doing it cheaper to attract more people. Giving away the end game for free, I don't think you're going to really encourage too many people to go on and buy the Deluxe Edition. It's almost as weird as if they were to give you an expansion for free without the game. So we're going to give you an expansion, completely free to download, but you can't play it unless you have the base game. Or you just find out a story that's way later than the base game, so you haven't really got a fucking clue what's going on. I don't know, this has really, really confused me, next level confusion. Why are they giving away endgame game modes, but not the story content? Why are they starting you? It literally, it physically works backwards. You're starting at the end game to, if you enjoy it, then go on and buy the story to play from the beginning. But don't worry, crossplay's in there. It's all cheap or free. I just don't get it. Counterplay, the developers, I've never really heard of them. It's not a surprise that they're doing something weird, but Gearbox Publishing? What the fuck are Gearbox? They make Borderlands. I don't know. I'm going to leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.